podcast. We're here from the and we're back to a new Simpsons review. And if you're didn't see the last one, go and check it out. So this is another good episode. So the episode starts with Lisa and Bart watching Itchy and Scratchy, but the channel accidentally gets changed, so they tell Homer to change it back. And they start watching, of course, Itchy and Scratchy, but the special program comes on. And Homer's like, is it about my keys? You know, it's about this oil spillage. And the driver pretty much being drunk. And the celebrities pretty much talk about protecting the environment. And Lisa wants to protect the environment. But Maurice doesn't exactly think that would be good. Well, not exactly saying that, but you know what I mean. I was saying that she can just do the nails on the cat or just play with the tree, which he does convince her to go and help those poor things with the oil spillage. But yeah, they pretty much leave Homer in charge of Maggie and Bart, and yes, he's saying, yeah, sure, yeah, whatever. And pretty much taking Maggie with her. And saying, great, see, they know what to do if anything is needed. Which, yeah, they pretty much wave by, and they have a son-father time. And they say, wake me up, or Homer's like, wake me up when it's time for dinner. But yeah, they're watching TV together, and Bart is like, do I really need to brush my teeth? And he's like, no, just rinse your mouth with soda. So yeah, he's pretty much gargling soda and rinsing his teeth out. And yeah, Lisa's getting ready to help, but it's already taken. All the things are pretty much being rescued. And saying that there's plenty of rocks to be scrubbed. And yeah, Marge is like, there's rocks at home that I could be scrubbing. And yeah, Bart and Homer pretty much making a mess of the house. And they're like garbage angels, which yeah, they pretty much go and do garbage angels, and then Bart is like, can I go outside and get some air? And he's like, if I have to get up, then he's like, no, and he's like, sure, knock yourself out. Which yeah, he goes with Milhouse and Nelson, which Milhouse is driving his plane, which Nelson pretty much wants it to crash, so yeah, he pretty much starts driving it, and it starts causing chaos. About to hit Mr. Burns, but Smithers takes a hit and bounces off his head. And yeah, the plane goes over this mansion, which they say that it's haunted and it has curses and stuff on it, which Bart obviously doesn't believe all that. Which he tries to go on the tree, and yeah, he starts dancing until he starts to fall, breaks the gargoyle, and this bug starts to make him fall, which he does fall, and the lady pretty much is of course disappointed in Bart. And they're like, we gotta do something quick, and they just pretty much just run for it. And so he takes him all the way back to his house, which Homer's wearing a grocery bag, and he says that he misplaced his pants. Homer's like, alright, so he's wanting a proper punishment for Bart, since he destroyed her gargoyle. And if he doesn't take responsibility, pretty much, then he's gonna tell Marge. She's gonna tell Marge, and he's like, I'm gonna give him a responsibility. While he's trying to figure out a punishment, all these groceries come out of him. Pretty much telling him that to do some things to make up for what he did. And he destroys a mailbox, and yeah, Bart thinks that this whole place is very not as bad until he figures out that yeah, this place is everything pretty much, and he's misjudged this girl, which her name is Belle. She says her name is Belle, and yeah, this place is open lots and lots all the time, pretty much, and yeah, this girl pretty much, this performer is saying that they lost this girl's dice, which they pretty much give, and Bart wants to separate the bras, but Belle gives him pretty much the toilets to clean, and then he's put in charge of kicking out and entering people. Sure, Grandpa Simpson hangs his coat, hangs his hat, and then exits, and then does Homer know that he's here? Yeah, and then he's like, okay. Which is very funny. Which, yeah, Marge and Lisa's still scrubbing, and the guy's saying that you're going to be eating some of these burgers and going to be doing some more things, which, yeah, they pretty much step on it. And this performer can't come because pretty much hurt himself by waking up too hard. So Bart is actually having to do these comedy acts, which, yeah, he actually does seem to do pretty well. Everybody's actually laughing. And Homer's actually... And the TV is like, should you be wondering where your son is now? By now. And he's like, I told you before. He's telling the TV that, which he is saying that Bart's food is getting cold and eaten, which, yeah, he is eating Bart's food. So he goes over to the mansion. He tells Bart that he can't be staying up this late and see these different pictures. And he says Belle starts saying that Bart cannot stay out this late until he sees this girl performer. And yeah, Bart wondering if Homer not paying pretty much, or anything. Which, yeah, they said that they'll do a check for him later on. Which Principal Skinner comes and he actually notices Bart. Which, yeah, Ned, his wife, the pastor, and her wife, or his wife, pretty much come to talk to Homer about the whole bad things that are going on. Those bad things that are going on in that house and why they're letting Bart go and such to do all these horrible things pretty much. And saying that Principal Skinner saw it with his own eyes, and he's like, he's my son, so I would let him do as he pleases. And while everybody's leaving, Marge comes, and he's like, oh, hey. And yeah, Homer's gonna have to talk a whole lot. He's gonna have a whole lot to say, pretty much. Which, yeah, Marge is not happy. And she wants to do something about this. And she's, again, just mad at Homer. And he said that he tried to give him a proper punishment. But it's like, sorry for not doing exactly how yours had to do it. Which, yeah. So he goes to Belle and tries to tell her to get out of Springfield. And she could not allow all these things to happen. And then this funny thing happens. Which, at the town hall, the mayor, of course, is saying all these different things, and Marge, Ned's wife, and the pastor's wife, and Ned and the pastor himself get up on stage with Marge talking about this place, which they're wondering why they're bad-mouthing the house, but it's not the house, it's the stuff inside, and when they hear about what's in this house, yeah, they're all shocked, and of course, not pleased with it, which the mayor's saying, like, just trying to put it all behind them and nothing to see here. And the pastor is telling them if they play the tapes, which yeah, we say the doctor's wife getting mad at him because he went there, the chief went there, the principal went there, Patty went there, this guy went there, Barney went there. And he actually do so the chief of police a second time, and he notices, hey, you played me 2 times. And then Smithers, and even the mayor himself, and he's like, that could be any other mayor. And then they do all in favor of destroying this place. And yeah, they pretty much all start to raise their hands and start a riot. Yeah, we're pretty much all starting a riot about this. And they pretty much break open the gates, and Belle confronts them. Yeah, they're pretty much going to destroy the house. And Bart wants Homer to do something to not destroy Belle's house. And he tells everybody to stop what they're doing. And pretty much starts doing the speech and starts singing the song. And some funny things happen. Like, these backup dancers pretty much telling the pastors, or the pastor, that Aaron, his dad, is proud. And yeah, just some different things funny things that happen while everybody is singing. And they start all changing their mind. They all change their mind. Marge comes in with a bulldozer. And yeah, she missed out on the song. And she wants them to play it again. But obviously not. And she is going to sing some songs for herself. Which, yeah, pretty much destroys part of Belle's house. And she's feels bad about it, which Belle says that she's gonna have to, Marge is gonna have to do some things in order to make up. Which Bart has an idea, and that's pretty much performing herself with this little puppet. And of course, nobody's laughing, and of course, Bart was like, "Okay, Homer, you were warned once. You gotta go." And he's like, take it easy. And yeah, a real funny episode here. I like this episode. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, wish for notifications turned on, see me anything new, and let me know what y'all think.